Mega Mansion Rats? But we're about to evict them right now! Alright, so we get this call from a property management company that cannot solve this rat infestation, reportedly to this house that's over $40 million. No one's been able to figure it out. They've had multiple pest control companies. This has been going on for over 4 years. They've got guests that are flying in the next few days, and they said that this is an urgent matter. They can start smelling the urine coming in from the drywall. It's that bad. 4 other pest control companies have attempted. They're putting bait stations around the outside. They're even putting snap traps, and nothing is working. So we've got a big challenge ahead of us today because there's a lot of landscaping, and it's gonna be like a needle in a haystack finding this, but we're on a mission to do so. So we're about to pull up right now and get the team started. Wow. So this is the guest house here. All right, so here we are in the guest quarters here, and the activities up in the ceiling right here. The challenging part about this structure here is that we're on a slab foundation, so we have no access underneath. And then right above us is that deck that's got the fire pit. So it's really hard to determine how they're getting in, but we know that there's a lot of activity. There's urine smell coming out, so this ceiling's got to come down, hopefully revealing how they're getting in. And we've got to move fast because they've got guests coming in the next 7 days, so we've got to get this thing solved. Let's do a little early rat dance here. All right, so we not only have this structure to deal with here in the living room, but check out this bathroom. We may have to open up this beautiful bathroom here. Check this out. And the reason why is because, again, we're dealing with plumbing, all the plumbing infrastructure in this area. There's the shower head. I hope we don't have to pull this vanity out. Getting the bathroom all covered. Okay, we're just about finished getting all this prepped up. We have a little bit more to do, but let's go outside and do an exterior inspection, see if there's anything obvious. So there's an entry point somewhere, guys. Where is it? It's like a needle in a haystack with this size of a property for sure. The challenge is gonna be on. All right, guys, after really doing some thorough investigation around the exterior portion of the property, massive estate, massive. We can understand why no one's been able to figure this out. Could be overwhelming. How many companies? Over 4. 4? Yep. One thought they had it, and within a matter of a few days, the activity was even actually worse. So this is going to be a long day, I could feel. Leave your comments who you think's going to find this entry point, Jim or Dave. We got to go to work, boys. We got to go to work. Let's go check the main house. Pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. This is what a mega mansion looks like, guys. A mega mansion looks like.
This place right here?
Yeah?
You see them running.
The rats running?
Yeah, running. Cross. You see them. Yeah. So that's...
Yeah, we need to hit all these areas.
Yeah, exactly.
With our botanical propellant. Yeah. Wow, it's an unbelievable home. Talk to the owner and let him know that we may need to stay here to monitor.
Yes, ma'am.
It's going to be interesting to see if there's an actual entry point from the building structure or if it's sewer rats. But again, the only way to really
solve this is by opening up that ceiling and figuring out the runways, because they're catching a lot of rats in that ceiling. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what we find once that's opened up. All right, looks like we've got everything covered. We're ready to open up. Let's see what we find. Crazy, we have over $1,000 in plastic and tape just in this room right here. It's unbelievable.
So we got one right here sleeping.
Está como el daddy todo el tiempo. Ay, Dios mío. Think you got trapped or what? I don't know. They're poison.
So we got one right here above this light. Thousands of rat droppings everywhere on the floor. So you can see how they use the insulation for nesting areas. Look at this. Look at that. It's like a war zone in here, but there's a bunch of activity in this area right here, more so than this side. We're gonna go outside here and look to see where all this cable and infrastructure comes into the guest house here. All right guys, so this is the area where we have a lot of rat droppings, a lot of activity on this side. There's one suspect area that may be giving these rats access to this area right here. Come check it out. All right, so underneath the guest house here, so this is the wall where that TV is. This is the ceiling here. So right here is a piece of pipe going up into this ceiling space right here. So I'm gonna cut it. We're gonna run a camera and identify if there's any activity. Because this is white, hopefully we'll see some rub marks in here. I'm hoping that this is the entry point. Not only that, these are area drains. So it may explain how they're bringing all this foliage into the pipe, dragging it in, and then going up into the ceiling. Let's see if I'm right though. Cross your fingers. If you want, take a moment and leave some comments as to if you think I'm onto something or do you think I'm just full of shit. All right, open up the top there because I don't want to take a chance if there's happen to be electrical here. Are those rub marks there, guys, or just dirt? I don't know. This looks like... Ooh, let's run the camera in here. Okay, guys, so got the camera set up. All right, so we're gonna pull the camera out. Doesn't look promising here, though, guys. This would have been a great find. I think Dave's onto something, guys. Yeah, look at, I pull these bushes back and my hand can go up in here and look at, same foliage was up in the ceiling here. So I'm thinking they dragged it in through here, right through this hole right here. And Dave, you said you can feel cold air? Oh yeah, cold air from the guest house. So yep, we might be onto something. All right, Dave's got the sewer camera. We're running the camera here, and this is what you can see some chewed up stuff right there. Yeah, see, there's the wood substrates right there. So again, guys, I'm gonna take credit for this one here because I found it right here. Look at my camera. I ran the camera right in here, into this here, and it leads underneath this deck. Show them in the camera there, Jim. Yep. Incredible find here. You can see the leads, right, Jim? Well, all the wood structure, all the wood framing substrate that goes directly into that guest house there in the ceiling.
And you really went for it. That was a really good find, David.
Thank you, brother. It was. It was, man.
That's what we do.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
So they were migrating from there underneath this deck and right into the ceiling, and just had a rat party in that ceiling for years and years.
Before I temporarily seal this up here, I'm going to show you the hole. So it's right here, and you can see that hole right there leads right into the below the deck flooring, and then it goes right into the guest house. This is where I can feel all the cold air coming out of here, blowing out of here. So this is it. Big find. Okay, so here's the pure black foam right here. So what really needs to happen, it's today's Sunday, but really what this needs to do is pour concrete in this area right here. But temporarily, we want to start trapping tonight. So we're going to seal off their entry point right here and hopefully catch some rats out of here. Get this place back up and running before the guests come.
So you can see all of the landscaping around here. There's the guest house right there. So that was like a needle in a haystack there. Right where that tree and that camera equipment is where Dave found the hole. So that one hole allowed rats to have a field day inside that guest house. We also spoke to the house watchman, and he sees rats walking along these runways here. He sees them all over the property, especially in the back, but he's seen a lot of rat activity here.
But this is a whole entire house, guest house.
So what was happening, the rats were coming down here, and this was the entry point right here, and they got inside, bam, into this little guest house.
Looks like a little rat playhouse.
If we were rats, we would want to live here too.
All right, so we got everything cleaned. That's why that plastic on the first layer is really important to have. That way, all of the droppings, everything, and then you have a clean surface when you're done. So we're gonna leave all of this up for the drywall guys, but we've done all the exclusion work up there.
Okay, so we're gonna start sanitizing with our enzyme.
So what's really important, you guys, if you're dealing with rodent issues for a very long time, hearing that scratching, setting up some traps is not enough. And it's a solvable issue. You just have to find that entry point. That's the most critical. And that's where most people fail, is literally going to that extent of finding that entry point. So just wanted to offer that it's a solvable issue. So if you're experiencing frustrated, a lot of times we get calls where, gosh, I'm having a nervous breakdown because of these rats. I've hired other rodent companies. And in situations like that, it's really important that you find the right people to do the right job, and you could disrupt and stop these rats from coming into your home. These rats thought they were living the high life. We just put an end to it today.
All right, this is a perfect example of how rats are neophobic. He's on his regular runway. He approaches our glue board, senses danger, and immediately turns around and walks away. So this is gonna force us to place a snap trap, guys, right before this glue board. This is when rat trapping is super effective. Hungry, go straight to the trap, bam, whacked him.
All right, guys, it's the next day. As you can see on the cameras, we got a rat. Let's go pull it out. All right, so we got a rat. Let's check it out.
Tráeme los tortillas y vamos a hacer los ratones capos.
Got him.
Okay, so the maintenance manager of the home, the estate manager, was saying that he's seen a lot of rats run along the walls and behind the hedges throughout the entire property. So what we're gonna do is use a 3-step aggressive botanical repellent, and that's basically a dust, a liquid, and some granulars. And we're gonna be hitting this entire property. We're gonna maintain it for the next 3 months to try to get these rats and flush them off of this property and send them off somewhere else. So that's what we're gonna be doing here.
The great thing about the twin dust is the fact that once it's on the ground, the sprinklers will reactivate it each time as the sprinklers go off and wet the dust. Okay, so after we applied the dust, now we do our liquid over that, and that activates it even stronger.
So there's a lot of experts that say, why are you spending so much time and energy and money doing exclusion work inside of a property? It should be outside. This is why we do it. So we do it, we set up cameras. When we find the entry point inside, we seal this off, and take a look at this. Look at all the chewing that's happening. This proves that we did locate where the rats are coming and going, but more importantly, we're able to catch them by setting up our traps here. Yes! 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 Hey guys, leave your comments down below. Hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.